I'm John Halt, Chairman of the Mid-Norfolk Railway, and this video will show you the happenings on the Mid-Norfolk Railway over the past 4 months. The Mid-Norfolk Railway has every chance of being the biggest newcomer in the Heritage Railway scene. We're already responsible for 11.5 miles of railway between Wymondham and Dereham, and there's every chance that the 6 miles north of Dereham will be in our hands fairly soon. In addition to that, the local councils are seriously investigating the possibility of rebuilding the railway north of that area to Fakenham, which will give us a 23.5 mile railway through Mid-Norfolk. Our station at Dereham is probably one of the largest in preservation at the moment, with 4 platforms on a 6.5 acre site. We've also got 4 intermediate stations between Wymondham and Dereham, and we're planning to build 2 new stations at Wymondham, one of which will be an exchange station for rail track.
Allowed your life to ebb away. You were discarded, rendered obsolete. Stations kept clean and smart by men who cared, now deserted, neglected, brickwork now defective. Rainbows fed fresh blood into your veins, and from the abyss you will live again. Dreams of new men have still to be fulfilled. You will rise again, have a new life, and fame. On the 9th of September 1996, Dereham Station was eagerly awaiting the delivery of the first of 28 track panels by road transport. They had been loaded earlier in the day at Northampton, and the first of 3 lorries arrived around 2 o'clock. It had been 2 years since the track and ballast had been removed, so no time was lost in directing the delivery lorries to the track already in situ. The media were in attendance, and they were eager to meet their deadline for the next day, taking many photographs and gleaning information from society members. The crane groaned with the 4-ton weight of each panel, but the experience and expertise of the crane operative and lorry drivers made it seem an easy operation. Members assisted in the sighting of each panel to the edge of the track bed, ready for drains and ballast to be laid.
come on the train from Cambridge to Windham. Yeah. So would I come through here?
Our film crew arrived to find members staring at a large hole in Dereham Yard. It appears that between 70 and 100 years ago, the site had been excavated in order to carry out repairs to the water culvert. The top of the culvert had been removed, the repair carried out, and then wooden railway sleepers placed on top before the excavation was backfilled with earth. Due to levelling and delivery of ballast, the rotting sleepers had finally given way. Luckily for members, a tractor on site clearing duties was at hand and made light work of removing soil above the culvert in order for members to survey the damage. Members tried in vain to remove the soil in the culvert before Ernie, the mole of Woolley, managed to work his way in, removing the last of the soil blocking the culvert.
But the real reason I'm doing it is start.
This was then capped with sections of metal girder before backfilling with earth. The repair should last for another 100 years. Now that all efforts are concentrated on opening Dereham Station at the earliest possible time, it was decided that after the last advertised rides from Rash's Green Station that it will be dismantled, and funds saved renting the scaffold will help pay for ballast and drain repairs in Dereham Yard. On the 4th of January 1997, the last train departed from Rash's Green Station to Yaxham approximately a year after opening. The next time you wish to ride on the M&R, it'll be from Dereham Station. The P-Way gang, who were normally engaged at cutting back undergrowth, replacing sleepers and track relaying, were burdened with the task of dismantling the scaffolding and clearing the site. The P-Way gang are rarely seen. They're M&R's answer to the SAS. They do the job and move on. The results of their labour are to be admired by all members as they work in all conditions, including winter.
We thought we'd start off by hooking up my best salad. Think so?
Yeah, just bring your backside now.
News in brief. Much work is required to clean and reinstate the track work at the Wyndham end. Since this film was made, construction and clearing work has now commenced. More news in Volume 3 of Videoblast. A container has been obtained for storing spares and tools required for repairs to the DMUs at Dereham Yard. It has temporarily been located on sleepers until plans for the rest of the yard have been finalised. After extensive negotiations with Newham Council and the Passmore Edwards Museum, agreement has been reached for the Stratford Southern signal box to be moved to Dereham. It's been positioned on the site of the old Dereham Central signal box. Work has already commenced on refurbishing timbers, painting and making the roof waterproof. Bricks to construct the lower section have been donated by a sponsor. The Signal and Telegraph Department had previously removed the 52-lever Holland and Mackenzie frame, and it's hoped to be in fully working order once refurbished. Project member Nick Cook, an Army Padre who, with a little divine intervention from his boss, hopes that the project will be completed without any hitches. Buffer stops have been fitted to track at the end of Platform 3. This is to comply with railway health and safety policy. The engine removed from Class 122-55006 previously requires extensive repairs. It was therefore decided to fit a reconditioned engine in order for the vehicle to be tested for use during the summer of 1997 prior to the running season. A heavier forklift truck was hired, which made light work of refitting the engine. Approval by the Railway Health and Safety Executive to run trains from Dereham to Yaxham had been received the previous afternoon, and on a wet Friday the 25th of July, just 24 hours before running of the first train from Dereham, Class 122 number M55006 left Yaxham for Dereham Station.
Start on like a...
The atmosphere on the train was electric, as this was a most memorable occasion. On entering Dereham Yard, no time was lost in connecting the unit to Sir Barclay in order for test runs with both vehicles coupled together to be carried out.
Right. Well, you must put the back on the bus. Well, easy. Right, what are you doing, Barry? How are you going now? Leave it. Put you in the platform. What do we do? We've got to think what we've got to do. Well, let's take it flat. It's not in. Right. So we may have to leave the Yaxham. Well, you'll have to sort out. I understand that. Well, whatever happens, well, I'm not saying. You need to just be clear of the crossing lane. I'll lock down and reset that.
train to Dereham since normal passenger service has ceased in 1969.
Anywhere here,
By the end of the day, both train and crews had been extensively tested for the running season ahead. Early on the morning of Saturday the 26th of July, crews were found preparing Sir Berkeley and the Class 122 for the first regular train out of Dereham for nearly 3 decades.
Ah, yes, this one. Mind you, this one.
Owned by the Vintage Carriages Trust, Sir Berkeley is a small contractor's locomotive used during the construction of the Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire Railway's London extension. Built in 1891, it's maintained in working order by the VCT. The station platform was teeming with members, onlookers and press. Passengers on the first run consisted of local dignitaries, sponsors and invited guests.
I like the fact it says special above your head. I think it's right.
Trying to tell us something.
The train departed at 11 o'clock precisely and pulled smoothly away from platform 2 amongst rapturous applause and cheers from the general public, now packing the platform. Following a railway inspectorate directive, the DMU had to haul the train south, any propelling by Sir Berkeley being prohibited. However, Sir Berkeley put in an admirable performance when hauling the train back to Dereham. On returning to Dereham, the platform was still packed with members, enthusiasts and the general public savouring this historic occasion. All trips that day were fully booked, and by the end of the day, crews, though tired, could congratulate themselves for a well-run inaugural service.
BBC videotape.
After the removal of a Class 20 and Class 37 locomotive, Class 50 Ramillies and support vehicles arrived at Dereham in the middle of May. Ramillies is owned by members of the Class 50 Locomotive Association. Ramillies entered service in May 1968, but it was not till April 1978 she was named after the 1916 R-Class battleship. Withdrawn from traffic in late 1990 due to generator flashover damage, Ramillies was bought from British Railways in September 1991. It was then moved by road to the Tunbridge Wells and Eridge Railway in January 1992. After an eventful and delayed journey, mainly due to waiting for a police escort, the load arrived at Dereham. Work requiring attention are 2 piston liners and minor jobs to complete this magnificent survivor of this class.